Well, following an investigation by the state, Duplin County Animal Services has been issued a fine by the North Carolina Department of Agriculture for several violations. Max Alfonso is in Duplin County after speaking with a former shelter employee and a resident about this latest update. Max?
Courtney, the Duplin County Animal Shelter has been fined $1,700 from the state. Now they have 60 days to either pay the fine or file an appeal. The saga at the Duplin County Animal Shelter continues. During a November state inspection, officials say a number of violations were found. According to documents, that includes 2 kittens, one of them dead, being found with a dry water bowl. Hope Tucker, a former shelter employee, says the fine from the state isn't enough.
Like a mere slap on the wrist at best, because I feel like it should have went a lot further than what it did.
The inspection documents allege other violations, including no records of euthanasia procedures, dirty litter boxes, unsanitized water bowls, and missing dog houses for outdoor dogs. Rose Hill resident David Corbett once worked for animal control and shared his thoughts on the development.
Well, I think, like I said, the bad things like that happen, somebody need to check in on for them to make sure they do the right thing with the animals, because they need to be treated better.
Since speaking with Tucker last month, WITN has been trying to get Animal Services or the county to speak on conditions inside the shelter. Both have refused to talk with us. Duplin County Animal Services has asked for a settlement agreement, which is being considered by the Department of Agriculture. For someone to be fired, though, it has to go through the county or Animal Services. Tucker hopes that step is taken.
What upsets me is that nobody's taken into account the managerial status of the shelter.
Today I asked for permission to go inside the shelter with my camera to see the condition of the animals, but interim county manager Lisa Hughes did not let me. Reporting in Duplin County, Max Alfonso, WITN News.
All right, thank you, Max. Now, Hughes and the shelter both refused to comment to WITN regarding the fine.